Hello everybody, my name's Mellow Sanity, and today I'm going to bring you a little bit of an update of what is happening to Gears of War Judgement. Now, first, on the forums of Epic Games, they have had a massive thread going on, so I'm just going to read a couple of things from the thread of what's going to be going on. So, massive updates that should go live soon, possibly as early as 9 AM Eastern time tomorrow, but that's supposed to be today. What you've got is you've got the dual weapon loadout, so that was the Lancer and the Nasher. That will be propagated to all playlists with the exception of Free-for-All. You've got the Stim Gas Grenades. They'll be removed from all playlists with the exception of Free-for-All again. The Torque Charge, the time of it will be reduced back to Gears of War 3 from the active levels, so that's from 2 seconds down to 1.5 seconds. And the prize boxes are also being updated in the next title update to deliver all content before doling out XP instead of assigning randomly, because people used to get like billions of XP and nothing from the prize boxes, like no camo skins or anything, so that'll be good. The maps and the content, only 4 traditional multiplayer maps. The map counts increase significantly with current and future DLC. Everyone has had great feedback on what they would like to see in the future, and we're still working on getting you guys new content. Not sure that we'll be able to pull over a massive content dump from Gears 3, but we're definitely working on incremental changes that will get you guys what you want. More DLC is coming. Stay tuned. And then B, the maps are not symmetrical, like Gondola. There, it had the 2 sides to it, and it had basically everything on exactly the same sides. So think more Haven, less Gondola. The maps are too big. The future DLC map designs are smaller and or flow better, so that the combat is less segregated. We're also setting up hard swaps that focus the action along the midline for execution. Updates are only server side. We have made an effort to get changes up and tested as early as possible, so that we can include them in the required title updates. This will ensure that a good number of the changes are actually present in a LAN setting. We are also posting change notes and trying to be proactive with communications before changes are implemented. And then of course you have people saying about what's happening to the Locust. They can't change it at this point, but they can make changes to improve sound and visual recognition between teams, but there's more on that to follow, because if they wanted to get Locust, then it would take months. So, the melee, the reverse 2-piece possible. They've adjusted the melee pretty significantly to address these issues. If melee is in the game, you will always be able to shoot someone and then finish them with a hit. We've adjusted delays a bit to help prevent this tactic from being abused, and adjusting it too much further will create the unnatural delays and obstructions to gameplay that we have previously removed in response to your feedback on this very topic. So the speed, yep, see above, so that's basically what I just said. And then you got the range. We have not seen a range difference, and the code has not been changed in that regard. There is a change that latency is affecting this in some circumstances, and it will require more investigation. So that's about the melee. So they have put a delay in the melee now. So the matchmaking / ranked incentive. Too many playlists in the main menu. Like, what do you want? Do you want less? Do you want more? But do you like? Because at the moment I think that there are too many in there. I think they should just put it into one game mode, like team and solo. But yeah, they're still working on solutions to this problem, but it is a highly complicated beast of our own making, to be sure. Ranked versus quick match experience earned. So ranked XP will be increased. They're working on some other incentives to draw people into ranked as well. More competitive style settings, for an example of things. Okay, and then you got the weapon balancing, so that would be the spawn and the power. The Nasher is pretty weak in the game. You just have to use it like it. But they're working on a fix that allows players to they're working on a fix to allow players the option to toggle their on-screen reticle. So that basically means you can turn the reticle off. So the close range inconsistency people report is actually an intentional fix that favours the player to ensure they get a proper kill when the barrel of the gun is touching another player's cylinder. An ammo count change is highly conscientious in public forums, and we feel pretty strongly that the current ammo levels actually favour Judgment's weapon balance. The best option at this point is to increase ammo to 16 and try it in a test server. The Lancer. A change to the Lancer may indeed favour competitive players who intend on using it in a support capacity. However, the larger majority of the community does not appear to agree that it needs updating. It is currently performing in its intended role across all game types, and changing it could create a cascading effect that requires a rebalance of all starting weapons. Changing to a 2-weapon loadout is unlikely to create a huge imbalance in the weapons. The reality of the game stats is that within a few seconds of spawning, you're either dead or you have a secondary weapon anyway. So putting that back to spawn doesn't significantly need the needle in terms of game balance. That said, the best option is to make your suggested changes in the test server, along with the Nasher changes, and see how it plays out. We'll do that ASAP. We'll start with the clip size reduction and make further updates if necessary. And then you've got the Bushka, agreed. Clip size and starting ammo being reduced are the same with the boom shot, so you'll go from 3 to 2, and they're making it less powerful. So you've got the grenade balancing as well. So you've got the ink grenade. The internal QA is looking into the reported issues, so that'll be more info to follow. That'll basically be when they throw it, you die like instantly, and when you throw it and they don't die. So, and you've got the stim grenade. The stim grenade is being removed from the loadout and moved to a pickup in some playlists. And then you've got the ammo boxes around the maps. They're trying to, we'll try pulling grenades out of ammo boxes in the test server and propagate globally if there's a good response. Now this is the most important bit. You have the glitches in the game. So the movement. Not getting into cover is due to a series of complicated factors that are made more apparent by Judgment's increasing game speed and player density. We'll look into it, but it may not be fixable. So that's practically when, if you saw one of my videos where I was bouncing like ESS, I basically like, what's it called? I lagged towards each wall and I started going really quickly and I couldn't move for like 10 seconds. But the characters, so Kim's hitbox is already fixed in the upcoming title update. The boom shield is already adjusted on female characters in the upcoming title update as well. They're not 100% clear on the characters failing to show visual recognition on successive shots. But if they had to guess, they'd say that it is by design to prevent them from spamming the same animation over and over whilst taking damage. As long as the other visual feedback is registering blood, etc., then they don't see this as a major problem, but they'll need to investigate this further. And then you've got in-game. So if players can join a private game, then that is a bug, unless it is from a player following someone in the game who is not set to private. That's a Microsoft rule. QA is investigating. Domination game type. The change time to break kills from 2 seconds to 1 second. Upgrade spectator mode. That's a mega wish. Extremely out of scope for Judgement, but excellent feedback for the future. And then you've got theatre mode. Extremely out of scope for Judgement, but excellent feedback in the future. But yeah, lastly, this weekend's event will be Talkbow Tag. With all the changes going through the game, we figured it would be best to let things stabilise, give everyone a chance to test things out and get a feel for everything. So Talkbow Tag will stay up throughout the week, and they'll look at the return of the test server next week. As always, let them know what you think and what you'd like to see next. So see you guys all online from Epic Games. This is on the forum. I'll put a link in the description. So if you guys think that this is extremely good, then please message me back. My name's been Sanity. I have been commentating over this. I really hope you enjoyed this information. I really hope you comment what you think is going to be alright. So my name's been Sanity, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye, everybody.